I created a product in my head that Ryan is the inventor for, and I'm going to be asking him questions about this product. He doesn't know what the product is. At the end, he's going to try to guess what the product is. We are here today with Ryan, the creator of this new product. I don't even want to introduce it because I would love it if he could tell us a little bit about it. So the first question I ask is, where did you come up with the idea for this product?
Well, first of all, Mr. Smalldick, I just want to thank you for having me. I came up with the idea, I was in the shower one day and I was just thinking, they always say that in order to sell something, you have to think of a gap in humanity and you have to fill it. And so I thought of that gap, and this is what I came up with.
All right. And so I just want to ask a little bit more specifically about the product. Now, is this a toy or a collectible or what is it?
It's mostly a collectible, but we do, we understand that children may use it as a toy, which is why we've ensured that there are safety protocols involved in the creation and distribution of this product.
Okay, understood. And as a white man, do you think you were the best person to create a product like this?
When we're deciding whether or not to greenlight a product, we really don't take race into account. And so I think I could have been white, black, Asian, Blasian. I could have been any of them, really, and I would have been the perfect person because it's not the color of my skin, it's the cut of my jib. Is that how you say that? It's cut of my jib?
Yes, yeah, I think that's right. Cut of your jib.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I actually got a sneak peek of it. So I actually pulled this thing, the toy, collectible, whatever it is, out of a box and played with it, but it doesn't actually do anything. The arms don't move. It just kind of stands there. So does this have any reflection on the demographic you chose to market this to?
We felt like it was an underrepresented community. There's action figures that are posable. There's action figures that can do things, but there was no action figures that really just did nothing and just kind of laid there like some sort of vegetable. We really felt like we needed to include those. It was an inclusive product. Is that's what I was thinking. I don't have a toy that represents me to play with in the hospital or the group home or wherever I am.
Okay. But like looking back on it, was a sombrero really the best option for this?
I think that a sombrero was the perfect option for this. I don't think we could have nailed it any more than having a sombrero. Again, it's just an underrepresented community. I think I have a pretty good idea of who's buying these things, and it wasn't my intention.
It wasn't your intention, but then why the sombrero?
Well, because what we found is that really it's mostly being bought up by racist white people.
So this is more so exploiting a racist culture as it is, as opposed to trying to market it to a demographic in which it makes fun of. Is that kind of what you're...
Sometimes your product and your brand can take a turn that you didn't expect, but you're still filling a void for somebody. At the end of the day, we're all humans, even if the toy is it a sleepy Mexican toy? Is that what it is?
Nope. So have you had any original toy ideas, or have you always just sort of been in the business of rebranding old toys to new markets?
Rebranding, yes. Well, in a world of reboots, Disney's been doing it. They've been very successful with all of their reboots. So we took to that strategy and applied it to this toy. And again, the sombrero we think is necessary. It is, we meant to make it detachable, but unfortunately it just costs too much to make two separate pieces. It's all one mold. Like you said, it doesn't move.
Yeah, you don't want to spend too much money on that demographic, it sounds like, right?
Not the demographic. We don't want to spend too much. It's an overhead thing, and also plastic is bad for the environment.
Understood. Okay, and I saw this is just my last question. I saw at the last minute you gave him a button, and it says his catchphrase. Can you remind me what his catchphrase is?
He does have a catchphrase.
You're not coming into my country. Not on my watch. One Mexican down.
There we go. So,
coming into my country.
And so you just chose to put that soundbite in this doll. Again, not even an original thing. You took it from something else. How is this just not overly offensive?
If you think about the word offensive, it's so subjective. Anybody can be offended at anything. It's just, if it applies to you or if you identify with this thing, you can be offended by it. Or they can choose to not be It's really up to each person to decide whether or not they're offended by it. We meant no offense by it. Really, it was just meant to represent a demographic that was underrepresented in the toy community.
Understood. Okay, that is all of my questions. I thank you for your time. This was very insightful. I will be boycotting this company immediately.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
What was the toy?
I think
Everybody in
the
chat,
toy-
I will give you a hint after you guess.
the toy, so it's got a Mexican hat. It doesn't move. My first original thought was when you were like, it doesn't move and it doesn't do anything. I thought it was like wheelchair toys, like people in wheelchairs.
So
Like-
the information that you should gather from that is the fact that like I assumed that like it should move, and I said specifically like its arms should move, like things like that. And also remember, you're rebranding old toys, so this is a toy that you already
Okay.
are well aware of.
Is it Connect 4, but it's the wall and Mexicans are climbing it?
No. The hint is. So it is a rebranding of like one of the most famous action figures of all time.
Okay. So, what's his name? Scuba Steve?
Nope.
G.I. Jose?
It's G.I. Jose. It's G.I. Jose. That is your product. G.I. Jose.
Okay.